I am very aware that I am 5 hours and 30 minutes late and $1 short, and I am so sorry about that. I just got caught up in doing a lot of stuff. I had to work last night, so um, yeah, you know, it not fun, not okay. It was just it was a mess. But I hope you guys, with all that's considered, are having a lovely day. Um, the title says everything. The picture says everything. And I'm sitting over here about to split the screen, not realizing I don't even have my Instagram pulled up with all the stuff I want to talk about on here. Um, but I saw the footage from long story short, I will tell y'all in the end how I feel about that video. I'm not triggered because I've never been in an abusive relationship before, but I never forget. I told a friend that I work with. I told her, she was talking about, she was talking to me, and I was talking about guys with money and how they treat you. And I was telling her a story about how these dudes, these older dudes, older men, grown ass men, um, wanted to be around me and wanted to date me. And yes, I'm very aware they had money and they can have what they want. And I recall like how aggressive they were. And my thing is, all you gotta do is show a small sign of anger issues for me, and I'm gonna keep it going. Because understand this, I'm not one to sit up here. You're not gonna hit me and live to tell about it. That's a promise. That's not a threat. So it pisses me off because the video pissed me off. Okay, which that's still a form of being triggered. The video pissed me off when I saw it, but it just made me go back to what I said to someone. Because understand what I do, I'm around a lot of famous and wealthy people. Not rich. Rich is what famous people are sometimes. Wealthy is generational wealth. Like your family is worth a lot and you're gonna leave behind a big fortune and your family is gonna continue to eat off of that. Two different things for some strange reason. People who look like me have a hard time keeping that or have a hard time maintaining that. Anyway, um, just in case you have not seen the footage from a physical altercation between Cassie and Diddy, mostly Diddy's part. Cassie, she kind of just laid on the floor. Um, I want y'all to see the footage. Then I'm going to give my take on this footage. All right. It's just from CNN, so I don't have a sound to it. I just thought it was footage. So I think everybody has showed y'all and everybody has heard what CNN um, has talked about. I'm just going to give my commentary on what happened. And to anybody that doubted this, long story short, why would you pay someone if you didn't do something? You know, like if I know I didn't do something, I'm not going to pay somebody. But part of it, because a lot of people are saying, well, why Cassie is not speaking. Part of her being paid out was an NDA that she couldn't speak about it. So Diddy brought this up, not Diddy, 50 Cent brought this up. Somebody done figure out the law, honey. Um, 50 brought this up. And because I want you guys to understand, your public opinion does not matter in the courtroom. This was shown because Cassie cannot press charges against Diddy because she got paid off. Okay. So 50 said, so this is what it was like, what was it? Los Angeles County District Attorney Office, May 17, 2024. That was 2 days ago. And it says, we are aware of the video that has been circulating online allegedly depicting Sean Combs assaulting a young woman in Los Angeles. We find the image just extremely disturbing and difficult to watch. If the conduct depicted occurred in 2016, unfortunately, we would be unable to charge, as the conduct would have occurred beyond the timeline where a crime of assault can be prosecuted. As of today, law enforcement has not presented a case related to the attack depicted in the video against Mr. Combs. But we encourage anyone who has been a victim or witness to a crime to report it to a law enforcement or to reach out to our office for support from our Bureau of Victim Service. So, in other words, y'all saying he should be arrested, he should go to jail. Cassie has to press charges, and that will be against Cassie's NDA. Okay? That will be against Cassie's NDA if she was to press charges, because part of her NDA is for her to shut up, to be quiet, and take the money and keep it going. Okay? So she has not pressed charges against Diddy. This is why I say it's important if somebody does something to you, if somebody assaults you, if somebody essay you, if somebody do all these awful things to you, you press charges. You don't sue people, because when you sue people, all they have to do is pay you off, and they ain't got to suffer it for no reason. They ain't got to suffer no more for it. Charges cannot be pressed against Diddy because he paid his victim off. And Diddy said, if 50 said it, he said, this is why they put the tape out. They know they can't charge him with what we saw, but they know we can't unsee it, what we saw. So, in other words, they put the video to traumatize you out, but they can't do nothing to Diddy because the victim in the video has not pressed charges. There's a lot of technicality in law, especially when it comes. There's so many people who have passed away from DV because it's so many technicalities in law when it comes to DV. I don't know how many times I hear cases with women or men going through DV, and you hear cases about the woman or the man who passed away from DV, and how they got restraining orders or PPOs out on a certain person, on their significant other, and the police don't do anything, and then the person still ends up passing away. So, as you guys see, apparently fat meat is not greasy to you guys. But I remember we were talking about it because I was at work when the video came out. We were sitting up there. We were about to go home, honey. We were all on our way home. We lined up against the wall, just running our mouths, eating candy, eating snacks. And the video came out while we were at work. And I remember seeing the video. And one, I'm shocked. I'm not shocked, but I'm shocked. I'm shocked because of the evidence. But the one thing they said was like, he paid her $30 million. What part did you not understand that he actually did those things to her? That's why he paid her $30 million. But part of that $30 million is an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, which I'm going to start making people sign some because they keep putting my name in their mouth. Period. I'm joking. My question is, this is not the only tape. There are plenty of tapes with Diddy doing dirty deeds. I love that I just did that. I love that. Diddy dirty deeds. I should have called this Diddy dirty deeds. So I'm gonna talk about that, okay? This is another video talking about Diddy. So it's a lot of stuff where we're talking about this. I was looking at this, so I'm just gonna randomly pick. Let me see.
Watch the movie. Your boyfriend's sitting next to you, and you and Terrence are.
Yeah.
What does that feel like?
It's work. It feels, I mean, obviously there's a little bit of anxiety with that, but Terrence is a good friend of mine, and, you know, Puck has been so understanding with everything, so it's good.
So do you believe in love at first sight?
I do. I do.
Was it love at first sight with your boyfriend?
It was a long time ago.
What makes you guys work?
Well, I think what makes any relationship work, if it is working, is, you know, just not talking about it too much and just keeping it close to your heart.
Now you're going to sit down, watch the movie. Your boyfriend's sitting next.
So, and it's so weird because it said Diddy was jealous of her doing her own thing. So this video is from, they said it was from around the same time she did a premiere with Terrence J. She did a movie with Terrence J.
Okay, so Terrence was a bit nervous, and I told Puff about it, and he said,
I'm trying to figure out, why is everybody so nervous? Why are we nervous about doing a movie? Because, you know, you're clothed from the bottom down when you're doing a sex scene. You know. So it's just, the part that's getting me already, I'm noticing, she's like, oh, Terrence was nervous. I was nervous about certain scenes. Why are you nervous?
have him give me a call. So we FaceTimed and they had their man talk, and he said, make it believable. You guys, this is like going to be a great movie for you. And he's proud of us at the end of the day.
Oh, the actor talked to Puff.
Yes.
So I didn't know you call him Puff.
Yeah, Puff, Sean. Okay, so Terrence was a bit
What do you think is more fun to like turn the shy guy bad or like the bad guy into like kind of like the good guy?
No, the bad guy into the good guy is always the.
Is it fun or is it like
It's a challenge.
What bad guy should we try to turn into a good guy, and more like bad boy into a good guy? So her interviews around this time are very telling to me. What else? Everybody wants to come out and say something. Oops. He's doing a reading. I want to see what he got to say. What else? Now people are going back to what Gina had to say.
Caught me texting another man. We was in Miami. It got really crazy that time. We was upstairs and he had like, we were in his closet and he like pushed me and I fell to the ground and then he like stood over me. So I was like laying on my back and he stood over me and he started like punching me like this. Like he avoided my face, but he like started punching me like on the side of my head and I was just like covering my face. And then after he got done doing that, he like stomped on my stomach like really hard and I like took the wind out of my breath. I couldn't breathe and he kept hitting me and I was like pleading to him like, can you stop? I can't breathe. And
that video clearly showed she was already on the ground. She was on the ground. She wasn't reaching for him. I would have been reaching for him. I would have broke his damn ankle. I would have. I'm sorry. Me and him been fighting. I'm one of the people. I want to fight. Let's go, bitch. Let's go. You want to fight? Let's go. You bitch. Let's go. You want to hit up on women? Hit up on the right one. I want to hit you. I want an excuse to hit you. This is for all the artists you done screwed over. This is for all the songwriters you done screwed over. All the producers you done screwed over. This is for everybody you done screwed over to get to where you at. So let's fight. I want to fight you. She's giving you an example of what he did to her. In the video, you clearly saw that he knocked Cassie over. She laid on the ground. And then, guess what? She didn't do nothing. She just lay on the ground and then he just drug her. She's giving you an example. Now, people didn't believe Gina when she came out and said something to Tasha K. People didn't believe her. This is the same girl, by the way.
Caught me texting another man.
I'm going to say this. We're going to do an investigation. This is the same girl, Carisha, said that Diddy made her eat Carisha Meow Mix. There's a trend here because, okay, I don't know if you know who this is. If you are a Zer or a Alpha, a Generation Alpha, you would not know who this is. This is, I don't know why this lady don't have her name on here. Cola. This is Cola. She used to be Osama bin Laden's girlfriend. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Okay, a girl. Ignore what she was before. Okay, she was Kim Porter's friend, and she said that he took her life And because everybody knew this, he took her like because she was writing a book and Diddy was afraid to read it. But she also made claims that Diddy made Kim Porter lick Cassie's feminine hygiene product. You know, the feminine hygiene product that you use for your cycle. I want to read this. It says, she said that, it says, Neighborhood Talk said today. She said that her and Kim Porter were friends and allegedly bonded over abuse they endured. So I guess she claimed she got abused by Osama bin Laden. She goes by her name is Cola Booth, and she was a subject of many jokes and headlines many years ago for allegedly dating terrorist Osama bin Laden. She said the jokes fell flat to her because she wasn't dating him. She said she was modeling in Morocco when she was kidnapped by his people and was allegedly brutally aped and beaten by bin Laden and his followers. Boo said Kim, who she met at a party, was one of the few celebs who showed her grace. Those celebs include Andre Leon Talley and Whitney Houston. Why everybody you around dead? She said Porter asked her many questions about her time being kidnapped, and the two exchanged numbers and kept in touch. I'm glad she kind of cleared that up, because I'm like, why y'all sitting there and people were saying, oh, she was Osama bin Laden's girlfriend, but turn around and she actually was kidnapped by him. But still, I don't know how I feel about her story. I don't know. I still feel iffy about this lady. She said, Kim Porter began to tell me things about her relationship with Diddy. She wanted me to understand that she totally related to me being kept, aped, beaten, and racially demeaned. Booth wrote her tweet. Kim told me that she wanted to write a book about her life, but she feared writing anything about Diddy. Booth continued. Booth said publishers declined to work with Kim unless she gave them dirt and admit that she was afraid for Diddy to read it. That a few weeks later, I saw the news she was dead. Booth stated that Booth says she kept quiet about what Kim allegedly told her regarding Diddy because she didn't think the public would believe her and made jokes like they did with the bin Laden situation. However, she says when she saw the video of Cassie being dragged, she could hear Kim telling her, now, Cola, now. It's okay. Do it. Kim Porter was murdered, Booth wrote. She did not deserve what happened to her, and I'm not the one that you can intimidate and make me back down from a fight. I feel like you're a little bit too late, Booth. A lot of people have came out. People came out ever since the lawsuit with Cassie. When Cassie filed a lawsuit, Diddy paid her off, and that kind of proved that Diddy was doing those things, one. And two, Cola, a slew of people have came out against him since then. So a lot of people, men, women, all have came out against him. His son's girlfriends come out against him. So you have a lot of time. You had between last year and now to come out. And so now that you see the video, why do you need to have evidence that he did these things to Cassie for you to say something? So I find it strange, I feel like Kim would have wanted you to tell right when she passed away. But okay, Cola. Okay. All right. Okay, cool. So another thing came out. They say a list of people who have been supporting Diddy recently went viral. I don't agree with this. The reason I don't agree with this is because I get the hold up. What Scrappy got to do with this? Anyway, Stevie J, I get it. Stevie J has been vocal in defending him. Misa Hilton, I'm pretty sure she has her own stories about him, honey. But why before y'all block these people, know the whole story before you block these people. Granted, people are already blocking celebrities anyway. People are already getting rid of celebrities anyway because, because of what happened at the Met Gala and that girl talking about, she was dressed like Marie Antoinette talking about something, let them eat cake. Girl, are they little Debbies? Because even little Debbies are expensive. The hell? What are you talking about? So people have already mass unfollowed a lot of celebrities. But the only people I see on this list, Carl Thomas, I don't understand what y'all have against Carl Thomas. I'm pretty sure he has his own story too, but I'm pretty sure he signed an NDA to get his publishing rights. Jules Santana, okay. Rico Love, why? Bia, when? Erykah Badu, what? Misa Hilton, y'all said Miss Hilton is Misa Hilton, so y'all don't know nothing. Busta Rhymes, what he do? Fat Joe, what he do? Kalina, Dirty Money, Kalina, I don't know. I don't feel if there's somebody that has been supported by who's been supported by Diddy and their career's been supported by Diddy, I don't understand why you would unfollow them and stop supporting them. I need more stories to come out. The only one that I see on this list that people have brought up was Caresha, Meek Mill, and Stevie J. There's stories with Meek Mill, Stevie J, and let me turn the light before it started getting weird, and I started thinking like a bunch of blankets is a ghost or something. But the top three, I would say is Stevie J, Meek Mill, and Caresha. Because Caresha has shown sign there was some weird stuff going on in the bedroom. Anyway, like I said, she told y'all not too long ago the abuse that she put Gina through. So I don't know why they haven't arrested her yet. She told the story. She went on social media and did that. That's why Diddy didn't want her in the suites with Diddy. Because she said it publicly that she made Gina eat her Meow Mix. So yeah. Stevie J, Meek Mill, and Caresha. But everybody else, I don't know. These weren't people I want to follow, and y'all over here talking about something. I'll follow them. Are y'all really following all these people? Okay. Now, I have a whole bunch of stuff dealing with Diddy. So, you guys are in for a ride. Okay? I still have so much stuff that I have not shown y'all. And then I'm like Tuesday, I'll talk about the young man that got in trouble for having teenage girls unbraid his hair. And I'm going to tell you why there don't need to be 10 hands in your head to braid your hair. Okay. All the signs were there. Just know this.
Ain't no dick riding going on.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no dick riding going on at all.
You niggas talk about balling and just this and that. I know y'all thinking watch, rolly, bracelet.
Yeah, it ain't no watch.
No. This is how we smoke.
Check your man out. Check your man out.
Yeah, this is let him do his thing.
Yeah, I'm letting him do his thing.
The whole crew smokes, you know?
Everybody
and check
smokes.
This is what I got. Think about it,
That's
my
a
brother.
Jew.
Like I
Hold
was
on.
saying,
Both of y'all. Let's get both of y'all. Ain't no dick riding going on.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no dick riding going on at all.
You niggas
Both of y'all. Ain't no dick riding going.
Who the guy is next to him? Who the guy next to him? Who this guy right here? Y'all need to clear this. You gonna use footage? Clear the footage. 1, 2. He gonna be about to take his drawers off, honey. He's about to let y'all know what's really going on downstairs.
Going on.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no dick riding going on at all.
You niggas talk about balling and just this and that. I know
Right.
y'all thinking watch, Rolly, brace.
Yeah, it ain't no watch.
No. This is how we smoke.
Check your
My
man out.
whole
Check your man out.
smoke. Yeah, this is a new thing.
Yeah, I'm letting
The
him do
whole
his thing.
That squirrel says everything to me.
crew smokes, you know?
Everybody
and check
smokes.
it. This is what I got. Think about it,
That's
my
a
brother.
Jew.
Like I was saying,
Hold on. Both of y'all.
Why he over here about to take his drawers off everything, honey girl? The proof is already there. Let me see what else. Let me see another video I saw. Watch this.
This is Rick Ross's newly purchased Miami mansion at number 37 Star Island. Across the road is number 2, which is owned by Ross's friend Sean P. Diddy Combs.
I will not be answering Diddy. My new name is Brother Love.
Okay, cool. But Diddy isn't the first Brother Love to live on Star Island.
Let's start from the beginning.
You see, back across the road and a few houses down from Rick Ross stands number 43, home of the original Brother Love.
They call themselves the Ethiopian Zion Public Church. Their leader here on Star Island, named Thomas Riley. He prefers to be known as Brother Love.
A movement born in Jamaica by disciples of Marcus Garvey, but most famously known for their use of cannabis as sacrament. In 1979, the government accused, tried and convicted the group of smuggling massive amounts of cannabis into Miami, jailing the original Brother Love in 1982.
Look what they're doing, man.
But he wouldn't be the island's last herb trader.
Hip-hop superstar and businessman Sean Combs is investing in the marijuana business.
This is Rick Ross's newly purchased.
Wow. So y'all remember I showed you guys a video where it showed that there was tunnels. They were talking about there was tunnels under it. Now I did not see the pictures of it. So allegedly there were tunnels from Diddy's house going to everybody's house. They're telling you, okay, Rick Ross has a house on Star Island near Diddy. Okay. All right. But they're saying years ago, there was a guy named Brotherly Love who had a cult. And then he went and said and tell you that Diddy was going into the cannabis business. The irony of it all. Let's see what Miss Jaguar Wright has to say this week.
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up. Why is everyone having such a hard time? He ain't doing shit. He lined up D Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and took his love. Lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one. Y'all don't see the lineup?
I've heard several people say that Jay-Z set up Diddy. I've heard people say that. This is allegedly, you have to understand this woman is in love with Jay-Z. Okay. But if we find out in the end, because it's Aquarius, it's the age of Aquarius. If we find out in the end that he was the one that kind of did this to Diddy, girl.
In the world of Diddy, I do not know if things can get any crazier. If this girl start talking, it can be the end of P. Diddy. Not this girl, this girl. So if you have not heard, Kim Kardashian allegedly had some videotapes and audio tapes that was actually recovered in the raid at P. Diddy's home. So Kim Kardashian allegedly has been on high-profile individuals to gain access to confidential information such as documents and top secret information on weapons. Y'all gotta look at this. Look at this.
Closing in on Kim Kardashian. The FBI investigation, initially a tremor threatening her carefully constructed image, has morphed into a full-blown earthquake threatening to engulf her entire empire. Leaked information paints a picture of a woman who allegedly used a seductive facade to mask a ruthless ambition, wielding stolen documents and secrets like weapons. Kim Kardashian has found herself at the center of a sensational scandal, with federal authorities uncovering a shocking plot allegedly orchestrated by the reality TV star. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, has disclosed disturbing details, accusing Kardashian of a scheme involving drugging high-profile men in order to pilfer crucial documents for personal enrichment and blackmail purposes.
Yes, you heard that right. They are accusing her of lacing drinks and things of that nature. So in the world of Diddy,
Girl. Culprit number 2, Kim Kardashian. Or like that other girl say, Kim Kardashian. She did some rebranding too over there. Kim Kardashian. This sounds good. Okay, we all know Shawty is like a man eater. Her and her other women in her family, they're men eater. And she was blackmailing her boyfriend. She did to Reggie Bush. She did it to Lamar Odom with Chloe. I don't know. Here's Jaguar right again, talking about somebody. Now, Faith Evans says hilarious, but she's talking about Faith Evans and what she was doing. Watch.
You said Faith Evans was
my
a writer
cousin
in his family.
Yeah.
So, do you feel like she reached her heights based on?
No, she never saw anywhere near close to it.
Yeah, based on her talent or based on just her moves she made? Because she wasn't a
based on her handicap.
What's that?
Being a plant. Marrying Biggie to keep him away from Kim so that they couldn't take over the power structure of Bad Boy, while Puffy was trying to instill his total and full dominance.
Oh, wow.
Forcing her to interact with Tupac, even though that's where she would have preferred to be.
I can see that. She seemed genuinely happy.
Yeah.
She seemed genuinely happy. Do you think she ever came up from under the shadow of Biggie's death?
God no.
Damn.
Never will.
Damn.
Ask her son how he felt after she married this guy
That did happen.
for a TV show.
That shit was crazy.
Now, in a way, this kind of incriminates Faith Evans. I heard a lot of people say before she said it. I feel like at this point, Jaguar Wright is regurgitating what people already said, and then she spin it the way she want to spin it. I'll be honest with you. But I'm not closing my window again because last night I closed my window and I felt like I was suffocating while I was sleeping. So she's saying that she was a plant to keep Biggie and Lil' Kim taking things over. Whether this is true or not, I don't know. But he went pretty far with Faith. He married Faith. He didn't sleep with her and have kids with her. He married her. Time will tell. That's all I have to say. Here it is.
What did you know that was going on in the world of Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, that the world didn't know? What did you know back then, 3-4 years ago?
Gonna come forward. If I explain how I knew, that could hurt some people. Which is why the last time I sat on this blue couch, I said what I said.
And congratulations, Young Miami.
Congratulations, Young Miami.
Run as fast as Cassie did.
Run as fast as Cassie did.
You did say that. That was a bar.
You said it.
Now I'll put it to you this way: there are mutual acquaintances between her and I, and that's as far as I can go.
Okay.
I don't talk to her, but I speak to her.
Did you get a chance to see her indictment? What she claimed happened?
Oh no, I reviewed all the files, and everything that she said is everything that I said 3.5 years ago. Exactly what I said it was.
Were you surprised about anything that came in?
No.
Wow. What did you know that was going on in the world of Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, that the world didn't?
She know everybody, huh? Yeah. She know everybody. Faith Evans, her cousin. Her and Cassie are acquaintances, or they know people that know people that know somebody that know them. She never spoke to her before though. Yeah. I'm going to show y'all that later, because that's going to be a topic I'm going to use later. Let me see. Also, I got to drag ass again. Girl, I get so tired of dragging her. So, she keeps coming up with Jay-Z accusation and Jay-Z's situation. These are allegations she's making about Jay-Z, which a lot of people have assumed this already. So that's why I said at some point it does feel like she's regurgitating what's already been put out in the ether.
Like, people don't understand what happened that night. And that's because Jay-Z worked so fucking hard to change the narrative of that night. Now, Rihanna was only 14, 15 when he started fucking with her and signed to the Def Jam. It's clear to say that the herpes that she had came from the person she had been most sexually involved with, and that was Sean Carter. So here it is. Chris Brown has his first herpes outbreak from a celebrity girlfriend who he was set up with, and it was supposed to be this and it was supposed to be that, and he was there so people wouldn't pay attention to the fact that she was fucking Jay-Z underage. Jay-Z gave her the herpes that she gave to Chris Brown. And that first night, when he had that outbreak and he busted into Clive Davis's house and said, "Where the fuck is this dirty bitch at?" I can't fault him for that. He had this is beautiful, tall, wonderful. Chris Brown, she done ruined him She ruined him at 19 years old. He's got the Jay-Z herpes. Like, people don't understand what happened that night. And that's because Jay-Z worked so fucking hard to change the narrative of that night.
Once again, this is something that people were saying already. I already said time will tell, but people were already saying this. People were saying this already. She's not telling y'all anything new. And I've noticed that with her when she's telling y'all information. She ain't telling y'all nothing new. Do I have any more? This video right here.
He get drugged. They rape this nigga. They rape this nigga. Videotape it. Then when he in the meeting, they give him a shitty contract. They play the video of him getting fucked by like 3 niggas. He ain't never been doing shit like that. So he like, man, what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna sign. And you gonna give me money? So rather than get that story put out, he gonna sign that bad contract, which is the 360 deal. He gonna take that advance, which is recoupable anyway. So they gonna give him the money just to take back and own the rights to his shit.
And then the time for a contract to come out, nigga want to sign you for 5 years. You like, nah, dog. So you don't want to sign with us? Nah, nah. Man, pop in the tape. Show this nigga what he did last night. I'm serious. Dude, this real shit I'm telling y'all though. Pop in the tape. You sitting that motherfucker like, man, what the fuck? Yeah, well, what the fuck? That's what happened. You got fucked. What you gonna do? You gonna sign that contract. You don't want nobody in the hood to see that shit. You don't want this shit to get out, dog. I'm telling y'all like this. These niggas that you see constantly hot, they're not getting hot because they like to get hot. They're getting hot because they know what they done. And they can't live with that shit for real. So
He get drugged. They rape this nigga.
Honey, when I heard this, and I think that's exactly why they do that. I think they do that to blackmail you. But see, here's the thing. People got stuff on them too. Everybody has somebody to answer to. So I think one or two things. Like, I think people, they do it to blackmail them. But I think everybody ends up being blackmailed in a situation. Like, if you get caught on a tape with somebody, they use it against you. And that's what I remember somebody saying that they said everybody in the entertainment industry, they have something on them. I remember hearing that years ago. They're like, they have something on them. So you wondering why they make a decision to do what they do, or they do what they do and stuff like that. And it's tone deaf to us normal people. It's because they have something on them. Oh, this was interesting. It does have to do with Diddy. I found it interesting that Carlisa said this.
They was trying to recruit Krishan. That's what Diddy and what the girl Carisha was trying to recruit Rock. Remember that when they was heavily trying to get Rock to hang out with them? I think they was trying to recruit her. She got a lot going on. We're gonna talk about it on this podcast, and we're gonna get to the nitty gritty of all the gritty of the nitty. Because it's necessary. I think them was trying to recruit her. Because remember they just had her pulling up to everything. Thought she about to slap her. Mm-hmm. Yeah, remember? See what I'm saying? We don't. This podcast gonna be, because y'all know the mama know everything in everybody's business. So we gonna find out on this podcast. We ain't gonna talk no shit about nobody. We ain't gonna mock nobody, but we definitely gonna explore the possibilities that was going on. Because they kept calling her, remember, pull up to the birthday party. Come over here and dance on Carisha. Remember that? I feel like they was trying to recruit that baby. They was trying to recruit Krishan. That's what Diddy and what the girl Carisha was trying to recruit Rock. Remember that when they was heavily trying to get Rock to hang out with them? I think they was trying to recruit her. She got a lot going on. We're gonna talk about it on this podcast. And we're gonna get to the nitty-gritty of all the gritty of the nitty. Because it's necessary.
They tried to recruit Christian. I will say this because she's right about this. The entertainment industry was heavy on defending Christian. I don't know why. Well, I know why. We can talk about the psychological reason why. Okay, there's no shame in the entertainment industry. They recruit people like Christian because they know that she has nowhere to go. She has no one. She can't depend on her family because her family is on freaking Bad Girls Club. And, she can't depend on her mom because her mom chose drugs over her. So, suffice to say, it's pretty obvious why they would want to recruit Christian. She's messed up. Okay? If you haven't noticed, people in the entertainment industry are screwed up people. So, this is not far-fetched. The entertainment industry love a good come-up story. But they also like tearing these people down with the same come-up story. Okay. Here's some other people with some stories.
We all have stories. Seriously, we all have stories. Mine is horrific and only 5 people know it. And I probably will never tell it. But since then I've been like, yep. And I also am very intimately aware that you tell your truth and you become victimized over and over and over and over and over and over. And mind you, I then interviewed him many times. I have a lot of stories, y'all. I've been in Hollywood for 25 years, maybe longer, 30. I got a lot of stories. Unfortunately, maybe I'll write a book one day, but it just is so traumatizing that women just want to live every day and feel safe. And when we revisit, we live in a state of victimhood and nobody wants to live there. So for those of you like, why didn't you say something then? Because we just want to live. We want to be happy. And we really want to forget the trauma. So there's that. We all have stories.
Oh, Lord. What is that? It just flew my room. I already heard a lady screaming. I'm like, what's she screaming for? What's going on over there? somebody over there screaming. I don't know if they scream because they're laughing or they scream because they saw something that's scary. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, people are asking why she's coming out, and she came out with a story saying that her cousin had a weird thing that happened to her involving Diddy. Okay. Like her cousin was trying to get in, and long story short, she found out, you know, that's what they all say, you know, you mess around and find out, and was traumatized. So she has been an entertainment journalist for years. Okay. So her saying something back in 96, it would have fell flat. Just like people said something back in the 90s about what R. Kelly was doing to those girls, which I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think R. Kelly is getting out of jail. I really genuinely do feel like R. Kelly is about to come out of jail. He's about to get out of prison. But give me a second. I'll be back. Hold on.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't hear what I said. I got something I want to show you guys. So I want you to see this, okay? This happened 20 years ago. Here. So yeah.
And you have said since really right after the shooting that it was P. Diddy who shot you. I mean, I think you even said it to the doctor that night, right?
I said it immediately. I literally watched them pull out the guns. I've had a clear point of view. I mean, for God's sake, I got shot in my nose. I was facing them directly. I watched everything occur and have described it, you know, vehemently to all parties involved. I think in our society, we have respectability politics. There are people who want to be adjacent to power or celebrity or money, and there's a hierarchy of respectability. Because his name was more notable, he was believed rather than a victim who gave a first-hand account. By the grace of God, I survived.
Yeah, and this was also a different time. I mean, things were very, very different in 1999. I mean, did you sense right from the beginning that no one believed you?
Well, I don't think that was on my mind. I think first and foremost, I'm a mother. I'm a mother of 3. At the time, I was a mother of 2. And just surviving and getting home to my children was of the utmost importance to me. Being whole and being able to mother them. That was, you know, primary on my list. I didn't have any reason to believe that to think that someone would not believe me. But as things unfolded, it was a very short period of time where I realized that's what in fact was happening.
So as I mentioned, Diddy has denied being the one who pulled the trigger. But this is interesting, Natanya. Rodney Jones, also known as Little Rod, is now suing Diddy for sexual harassment. That's something that's been in the headlines for the last couple of days. And there's a very interesting quote from his lawsuit that relates back to you that I want to read because it sort of ties all of this together. And it says, Jones claims in the lawsuit, Mr. Combs shared that he was responsible for the shooting in the nightclub in New York City with rapper Shine. He shared that artist and Mr. Combs' girlfriend at the time, Jennifer Lopez, aka J-Lo, carried the gun into the club for him and passed him the gun after he got into an altercation with another individual. So now you have Little Rod in this new lawsuit saying that Diddy told him that he actually was responsible. I mean, what did you think when you read that?
Well, I was incensed for a number of reasons. First and foremost, for the past quarter of a century, he's vehemently denied that he was responsible, even though I knew wholeheartedly, and as so many others who were in the club that night, we all knew he was responsible. A lot of people were afraid for their safety, justifiably so. I mean, the history that has occurred in the last 25 years proves that they were justified in being afraid, but I wasn't afraid. I wasn't afraid because I still bear I have 9 bullet fragments remaining in my face. So when I saw that count 128, that's actually count 128 of the lawsuit. When I saw that on a podcast that was analyzing all of the counts, I knew I had to speak. I had no intention of going viral. I was just getting it out of me. I have a mantra, having my say. There was a time a few years ago where I had a talk radio show called Having My Say. And that's very important to me. I believe everyone is entitled to have their say. Far too often we don't hear people or listen. And so I just wanted to get it out of me because it was like an audible, deep breath that I needed to take. And I made the TikTok video, not expecting it to go viral. Went to pick up my daughter, came back home, and she's like, and I literally told her, I'm like, well, you're probably going to see it tomorrow. I made a video on TikTok. Maybe 100 people will see it. By the time we got home, she said, Mommy, it was 70,000 people. And I could not believe it. But it was time. It was time for me to speak. I'd stayed quiet for 25 years. It was my time to speak.
Yeah, we don't know yet what's going to happen with the P. Diddy situation. Obviously, again, he hasn't been arrested. There's clearly a very big federal investigation happening now. But I'm thinking back to other cases, R. Kelly, Jeffrey Epstein. When they started to dig, all sorts of stuff came to the surface. They reopened old investigations. Would you like to see the investigation involving you getting shot at that club be reopened?
Absolutely. Absolutely. The irony is there was a grand jury. We all had to go and speak at the grand jury. J-Lo testified at the grand jury, as did many other people. It needs to be reopened because if that is in fact the case, she carried the gun in and she lied to the grand jury. It needs to be reopened. My shooting, ironically, the night I went into the club, I had a comb in my pocketbook called a rat tail comb. People in the beauty industry or people that use that type of comb would be all too familiar. It's just a comb. It can't do anything to harm anyone. And I had the very security officer who lied during the trial, Sharice, I forget her last name, but she literally took it from me and kind of pushed me like, you can't take this thing. This is a weapon to let other people in with guns. If someone had combed me 24 years ago, I'd be fine. You wouldn't even know my name. But having been shot by someone that was allowed to come into the gun when I couldn't bring in a comb, I would absolutely unequivocally like the case reopened. It needs to be reopened. And the saddest part for me is, had people taken what I said more seriously and listened more intently, 24 years worth of people probably would not have had to suffer.
Yeah, and I ask you this respectfully, just because I think people at home might be wondering, and I've never been shot. I can't imagine what that's like. But, you know, in the chaos of that moment, and it's a club and there's people all around, like, how can you be sure that it was actually P. Diddy?
Because I was standing by the front door. I watched the entire thing out. I had no reason to believe that it would escalate to a shooting. It was just male machismo and bravado at first. A lot of pushing and shoving, raised voices, hands. But then I saw them reach in their waist and draw from their hip. And I knew. I instantly turned to my friends and told them, be careful, watch out. And when I turned back, I know, and I've said over and over, I've heard the voice of God say, you are about to be calm down. And as I said no, I looked straight forward ahead and I watched the muzzle flash from both of their guns and I felt the impact to my face instantly.
Wow.
There's no doubt in my mind who shot me.
Yeah, and you have said since really right after the shooting that it was P. Diddy who shot you. I mean, I think you even said it to the doctor that night, right?
I said it immediately. I literally watched them. Well, I've had a clear point of view. I mean, for God's sake, I got shot in my nose. I was facing them directly. I watched everything occur and have described it, vehemently to all parties involved. I think in our society, we have respectability politics. There are people who want to be adjacent to power or celebrity or money, and there's a hierarchy of respectability. Because his name was more notable, he was believed rather than a victim who gave a first-hand account. By the grace of God, I survived.
Yeah, and this was also a different time. I mean, things were very, very different in 1999. I mean, did you sense right from the beginning that no one believed you?
Well, I don't think that was on my mind. I think first and foremost, I'm a mother. I'm a mother of 3. At the time, I was a mother of 2. And just surviving and getting home to my children was of the utmost importance to me. Being whole and being able to mother them. That was, primary on my list. I didn't have any reason to believe that to think that someone would not believe me. But as things unfolded, it was a very short period of time where I realized that's what in fact was happening.
So, as I mentioned, Diddy has denied being the one who pulled the trigger. But this is interesting, Natanya. Rodney Jones, also known as Little Rod, is now suing Diddy for sexual harassment. That's something that's been in the headlines for the last couple of days. And there's a very interesting quote from his lawsuit that relates back to you that I want to read because it sort of ties all of this together. And it says, Jones claims in the lawsuit, Mr. Combs shared that he was responsible for the shooting in the nightclub in New York City with rapper Shine. He shared that artist and Mr. Combs' girlfriend at the time, Jennifer Lopez, aka J-Lo, carried the gun into the club for him and passed him the gun after he got into an altercation with another individual.
First of all,
so now you
this made J-Lo look bad because she passed him the glizzy. She passed him the glizzy. Which nobody's checking for J-Lo, including her own husband, I heard. After people have put 1 and 2 together with her, nobody really dealing with J-Lo. Nobody supported J-Lo. J-Lo stood there and came up with a documentary, a Jenny from the Block documentary, and she tried to get all these celebrities to be part of it. The only one she could get to be a part of it was Fat Joe. Who also defended Diddy. Yeah. People in the comment section, this was in March, right? This is after the whole Diddy with Cass thing. People talking about they'll do anything to take down black men. Well, tell the black man to stop doing the wrongs. Y'all want people to defend people for being wrong. He's wrong. We don't get it twisted. They coming for Diddy to hide something else because there's something bigger than Diddy. Diddy ain't the only one who been rolling like that. But long story short, he has done people wrong. In the words of Nene, you don't get by doing dirty. So yeah, I mean, I don't know how to feel about this. I don't know why I kept this, but
You don't have no plausible deniability with Homeland at your house. You did something.
And with your
I do not like Akbar. I don't. But I find the reason I say this is because I find it funny that she would defend Diddy because isn't she an SA victim? She an SA victim. And it's so weird to me. Women are just so, I don't get women. I'm a woman and I don't get us. I don't understand. Like you are someone who suffered from SA and probably even DV. Okay. Why would you turn around and defend this man knowing what he did? It's so weird to me. I feel bad for Diddy. I feel bad for Diddy, you know? But do you want somebody to feel bad for the person that touched you? No, you don't. Stop having empathy for people who victimize people. That's what I'm saying. For me, it's not even the fact that he's a black man. It's not about taking out a black man. It's the fact that he has done people wrong for so long. And the people he's done wrong are black. His own people. So yeah, get out of here with this. There's something else I had. Girl, I have so much stuff on here pertaining to this. Let me see. What else? It's weird. It's weird. You want people to know, and you rap about it all the time. This is the picture I think I was talking about. With him and Meek dressing as twins. And y'all remember I already told y'all this, you know, I showed y'all a video where someone accused Andre Harrell and Russell Simmons of being lovers as well. And they showed them dressing as Run DMC. So yeah. I'm trying to figure out why Mini Me is in between them.
He did not. It did not say Meek Mill.
This got weird to me. That not Mini Me. Why? What's his name? That's not Mini Me. That's not Mini Me. That Vern Troy is Mini Me. But I'm trying to figure. I forgot what his name is, but he was on Jackass. I'm trying to figure out why he's in the middle. That's giving weird too. I mean, no offense to white people, but anytime you're inviting white people to a party, that's telling me that you're doing some strange things over there. It's weird. No offense. I had nothing against white people. I'm talking about rich white people. Not the poor ones. I'm talking about the ones that got money. Why they at your party? Especially this weirdo right here. Like, they do some weird stuff on Jackass. If you have never seen Jackass, go look it up. These guys are weird, okay? There was one situation where the heavyset guy was pretending like he peed on himself. This guy right here likes to be thrown around on cannons. That's the strange that's going on over there. And why was he at a party? We need stories. Why were you at a Diddy party, sir? Because we know it's weird with you. Y'all never denied y'all weird. But you're weird and you're at a Diddy party? It just got weirder. It's weird.
Name. Wait. Oh, hold up. Never mind. Wait, what the fuck? I forgot. Look, Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in sexual intercourse with rapper 5. That's redacted. Look, 5. He's a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj.
Find it funny that you're talking about somebody else, but you don't throw stones when you live in a glass house. All I gotta say about that. Academic. I want to look at the Usher claims. Because they're claiming certain stuff with Usher as well.
Looking at this lawsuit, right? Lil Rod, he alleges that, Diddy told him personally that he had sex with Usher. And when you look at the lawsuit, even though they got Usher name redacted, you could tell who it is because they describe him as the guy that performed at the Super Bowl.
Right.
So, I mean, we all know who that is, but how you feel about that, man?
But I mentioned that earlier that he said about Stevie J. The Usher part, that's a touchy situation, man. But he got on Shay Shay and he mentioned how great and how good Puff taught him and everything. You know what I'm saying? About the business. I know, and people know, that was around that in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now, I'll let Usher explain that to y'all. I'll let Usher tell that story. But how dare you say a man that groomed you, you're going to give him a pass. Now, I'm telling that because you taking up for somebody that you know and a lot of more people know didn't do you right. Let Usher explain that to you. Let Usher mama explain that to you. And the hospital was in Scarsdale, New York.
Looking at this lawsuit, right? Lil Rod, he alleges.
Okay. There has been something strange going on with Usher, though. I want to talk about that. Because y'all know I love me some Usher. And I really want some free tickets to go see you. But something ain't right. Something ain't right, man. Something's not right. And I don't like corn. I don't like coming for my favorite people. I don't. But if they're doing something weird, I have to call it out. I don't like calling out Usher. Okay. Do I have it? Or do I get rid of it? It's all the way up here at the top. Who messaging me? Lord have mercy. They were kind of talking about Usher looks soulless at the Met Gala. Oh, Lord. There's a lot of stuff going on outside. I don't want to talk about it, man. Where's the video of Usher at the Met Gala? I'm going to say this also with the whole Cassie thing. I got to bring it up. I'm a firm believer that the government came to Cassie first. Oh, don't get it twisted. She didn't go to the government. The government came to Cassie. And she wanted to go ahead and make the cow before he lost it all. Because all his money's going to get spent on lawyers. Okay? And these three guys right here. Give us a time. Girl. I'll be glad today. I mean, it's been exposed. His wife said something. I'd be glad today when somebody finally said something. I really do with those 3 guys. I really with 4 guys. Because, I mean, you know, I believe what I believe. I'm not going to tell nobody what I believe. But, you know, I can't find a picture of Diddy. Not Diddy. Of I can't find a picture of Usher looking soulless. I can't. It's strange. I don't think I saved it, but they showed him there, and he did look like, I don't know what's going on with Mr. Raymond. But people keep saying that this is coming out and this is going to happen. They were talking about this in March, where they think that Jay-Z is next. I don't know. I don't know. He might be. But if he told on Diddy, he might get away with it. Because y'all think y'all bring something on the internet that the law is going to do something about it. And that's not how law works. That's not how law works. Somebody has to press charges. Y'all want to press charges. Y'all want to take money. And that's the issue I have. Y'all who want to take money, I want y'all to press charges. If somebody did something to you, press charges so it can be on record and the person could possibly get incarcerated. So I don't get it. It's like y'all all the people do stuff for money. But they were talking about this. So I want to talk about this quickly. In the same sense, like Jaguar Wright, she said it too. She said that, you know, that's why R. Kelly's in the situation he's in. It's because he's an informant. I'm going to also talk about somebody else they said is an informant too. And I was like, yeah, it makes sense. It says Diddy, who hung out with Jay-Z when he was with Kathy, has also been accused of getting rid of his ex-girlfriend, Kim Porter, who also died under suspicious circumstances. Kim's baby daddy, Albie Shore, has suggested that she was murdered, according to Radar. Jaguar Wright also says she absolutely believes, without hesitation, Diddy had something to do with Kim's death. Furthermore, Jaguar also claimed that Jay-Z is worse than Diddy. Sean Carter's worse, he's smarter. Jaguar, according to The Petty Show, which also covered my tweet exposing Jay-Z and the truth about Kathy. Okay, and I think there was another one I had about Kathy. There's a lot of women who passed away at young ages. They used to be around them. Okay? What did I have it again? I know I have it again. Oh my God. I want to speak about this too. Kel Mitchell's ex-wife coming out, honey, girl. This is not it because I already showed this. What is this?
What did you know that was going?
I don't know. I feel like I already went over my mark anyway with talking about this. So when I come back, I will talk about this too, and then all the other stuff that I want to talk about. I don't want to harbor on it too long, but I want to end with this.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you got to do that. I was up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy, going to rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry. It's so difficult to reflect.
Girl, I love how people, oh my God, then you throw the poor God in it. You know, God ain't got nothing to do with what y'all doing. So I want to end with this. I remember talking to someone about this. We are in a society where people, it's not about your soul, it's not about if you're a good person at heart. It's more of about how much you can bring to the table. And y'all always talking about this damn table. Y'all always talking about this table, but nobody wants to talk about, because I will say this, I'm going to write a blog about this, just for you guys to hear what I have to say. But y'all always talk about this table and people having money. What y'all don't understand, all y'all see is beautiful women and rich men. And y'all want that lifestyle. And trust me, we all want a lifestyle where we don't have to worry about money. Nobody wants to worry about money. That's the worst thing about not having the money you want, is worrying, having to worry where it's going to come from. It's sad, but it's true. We all we're tired of worrying about money. Money is not something you should be worried about. Okay? That's just something that it's just like, the green piece of paper itself is worthless. But we have put value on money. So a lot of you guys, I'll say this, a lot of the reason I believe a lot of people doubted Cassie is because of the benefits she got from being around Diddy, which I felt like she didn't benefit at all from being around Diddy. I felt like she got a short end of the stick. Matter of fact, her career almost kind of went to a complete halt because of Diddy. But and I noticed the reason I say this is because people for so long dragged Cassie. They were talking about all the demonic things that Diddy was doing. And they also drug Cassie in it. Just because you see a guy with a beautiful woman, just because you see a beautiful woman with a rich guy, does not mean that she's living a peaceful life. Because the one thing that matters in this world is peace. It's having peace. It's being at peace. Okay? Okay? Having peace is more important than having $1 billion. And a lot of times women get this idea that because a girl is beautiful and she attracts certain type of men, they believe that she's living the best life. They assume they're living the best life. They're getting what they want. They're just assuming that. But long story short, when the downfall of being with a powerful man is him beating you up and getting away with it. I'm saying you get with the quotation marks high value man. That's a side effect. If he beat your ass, nobody's gonna believe you. Because he done bought the whole community. He done bought the whole industry. He done bought everything. He done paid people to shut up who saw you get beat. You know, if your dude, who's a man who has money, see that you're trying to make money for yourself and you're doing a movie and you nervous and the guy you working with is nervous, why are you nervous about making money? I'm trying to make a living for myself just to make sure I don't have to depend on you. Why is that an issue? So understand, you get with a guy who is so-called high value or has money or has a lot of money, understand that he can treat you any kind of way just because he has money and power. That's the downfall. With that being said, I'll be back on here on Tuesday. I'm going to talk about all the other stuff that's going on besides the video that is viral right now. And yes, y'all made it viral. It's viral, boo. Y'all made this video viral. So, y'all stay safe. Y'all stay prayed up. It's crazy how you can work a day before and you're still tired the next day. And my thing is, I woke up at 9 o'clock this morning. I was up. And I don't know why I'm so tired. I don't. With that being said, thank you guys for coming to my live. I am so outie. And, you know, like everybody has been saying, if you know someone that is in a domestic violence situation, say something. And you ain't got to make it public and do a 50-part video like Risa Tisa did on Sorry Ass over there. Go to the police, press charges. Y'all just want money. You know, I know y'all do stuff for money. Stop doing stuff for money and do it for other lives that could be affected by this person that's abusing people. People need to be behind bars. Okay? Bye.